Welcome to Food at Disneyland. Today we are going to go over the Disneyland Know Before You Go information regarding theme park reservations, tickets, and more. Checking in at the Disney Grand Californian Hotel, how that will be. And then we're going to go over every restaurant, ride, and retail shop that will be open and will not be open later in this video. If you're not already following us on Instagram, you can follow us on Instagram at Food at Disneyland. You can follow us on Twitter at Food at Disney. You can follow us on TikTok, Food at Disneyland, and also on Facebook, same name, Food at Disneyland. So here we go. Disneyland, know before you go. Theme park reservation, tickets, and more. So they dropped this information yesterday, Tuesday morning at around 10 a.m. It's telling us here's what you need to know about Disneyland Resorts reopening, including theme park reservations and tickets. So they had previously announced, as we all know, that Disneyland will be reopening on April 30th under new guidelines and restrictions and at a limited capacity. So this is the first little bit of information we've heard about when tickets will go on sale and what the theme park reservation system will look like. So to enter Disneyland Park or Disney California Adventure Park, both a theme park reservation and valid admission ticket for the same park on the same date are required for all guests ages 3 and up. You must have a valid theme park admission ticket in order to make your reservation. Theme park reservations will be limited and subject to availability, and until further notice, only California residents may visit the theme parks and in groups no larger than 3 households in line with current state guidelines. So they set this reservation system up to launch on April 12th, but they're not putting new ticket sales up until April 15th, which may have you scratching your head. So here are the people who can make a theme park reservation on April 12th. If you currently hold a theme park ticket, you can check to see when you can make a reservation for your one-day ticket type beginning on April 9th. Then on April 12th is when that theme park reservation system will go live. They're saying no earlier than 8 a.m., so you don't need to wait at your computer at midnight, but they did not give a specific time. So anytime after 8 a.m., it could go live on April 12th. So who are the people who have these tickets? Well, if you remember, they had the so-called Southern California 3-day tickets that were made available in the early spring, late winter last year. And the theme park closed down in the middle of March. So there are guests who did not get to use all 3 of those tickets, or maybe any of them. There are also people who had single-day tickets or 2-day ticket packages. You remember you could buy from different services like Getaway Today is one that comes to my mind. They would sell individual tickets for single days all the way up through 5-day packages. They also sold tickets at Target and places like that where you could get a 1-day single park ticket or a 1-day park hopper ticket or a 2-day single park ticket, things like that. There were military tickets that were sold. So there are a lot of people who still had a valid theme park ticket when the parks closed down, and Disney is planning to honor those tickets. And so you'll be able to make a theme park reservation on April 12th. And now they did not say which days you'll be able to make those reservations. It could be that you can make a theme park reservation on any day, or it could just be on select days. They didn't really make that clear. For the rest of us, April 15th is the big day. April 15th is the day that theme park tickets will resume being sold. And that is the first day that you can make a park reservation with those tickets. And so they said that the theme park tickets will resume no earlier than 8 a.m. on April 15th. And guests without park tickets can begin purchasing those tickets at that time and making park reservations. Be sure to log into your Disney account first to link your valid theme park ticket prior to accessing the park reservation system. So you need to have a valid theme park ticket in order to make a park reservation. And so people who had annual passes in the before that program was canceled and sunsetted by Disney, you probably will have to wait until April 15th because most of those guests, I would speculate, do not have single park tickets because they did not have a need for a single day ticket to visit Disneyland because they had an annual pass. So those people, you'll have to wait until April 15th. So here are their 4 steps to make a theme park reservation. You log into your Disney account first to link valid tickets prior to accessing the system. So they've said that several times. Make sure you've logged into your Disney account. Make sure you have valid theme park tickets prior to going into the reservation system. So step 1, once you have your theme park ticket, you access their theme park reservation system. Step 2, you create your party. Step 3, you select the day and the theme park you'd like to visit. Remember, there are 2 options, Disneyland Park and Disney California Adventure Park. You review and confirm your visit. And then they say, see you real soon. And so remember, theme park capacity is limited right now. Orange County is currently in the orange tier, which means that Disneyland could operate at 25% capacity, both in Disneyland Park and Disney California Adventure Park. Now, they have not ever made public, to my knowledge, what their capacity actually is. I read online at one website that they speculated it at about 85,000 for Disneyland and 50,000 for Disney California Adventure Park. I'm not sure how accurate those numbers are, but they seem relatively close, just from my personal observation of Disneyland on a max capacity type day. So who knows? But if those numbers are true, then we're looking at about 21 to 23,000 people for Disneyland Park and about 12,500 people for California Adventure. And so that's less than 40,000 people. It's in the low 30s to mid 30s of people who will be able to come to the parks on a given day. That's if they open at 25% capacity. They've not stated whether they're opening at 15% capacity, 25% capacity, or if they're maybe holding out hope that Orange County gets to the yellow tier. The yellow tier would mean that they could open at 35% capacity. And Orange County is actually really close right now to being able to move into that yellow tier. So I'm sure that more information will be coming about all of those different things. So the park hours will be from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And I noticed that on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, starting on May 14th, the hours expand from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. But during the weekdays, they go back to 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So you could check all those operating hours on Disneyland.com. I mean, it's a mild disappointment that you don't even get 12 hours in the park. But hey, we haven't had Disneyland for over a year. So I'm of the mindset I'll take what I can get, right? You'll be able to park at Mickey and Friends and Pixar Pals of a Disneyland Drive. And they have information about reminding you that mobile ordering and being cashless is their preference at this time. So the Grand Californian Hotel, they just published this article this morning, April 7th, how to check in to stay at the Magic at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa at Disneyland Resort for their phased reopening, which begins on April 29th, the day before the theme parks reopen. So you'll be able to make a room reservation in 8 days. April 15th is the day you'll be able to make a room reservation. And so here are the important details. They want you to check in online if you can. It will help not only save you time, but it will also help promote that physical distancing that they're looking for. And you can actually check in online up to 5 days in advance. You can review the new health and safety acknowledgement prior to your arrival. This is located on the hotel's Know Before You Go webpage. Step 3, once you arrive, if you have used online check-in service and agreed to receive text messages, you can receive a text message when your room is ready. Just stop by the front desk to pick up your key. Step 4, make sure you download the Disneyland app, which will play a major important role. Will play a more important role than ever during your stay. And step 5, the morning of checkout, there's no need to visit the front desk unless you receive a message or if you have a question, you will be automatically checked out. So for those of you who are looking to stay at the Grand California, that is the current only option for Disneyland Resort hotels. Disneyland Hotel and the Paradise Pier Hotel will both be closed upon reopening on April 30th. And we went through Disney's website and cataloged every ride, attraction, dining experience, and retail shop that they have listed as being open in both Disneyland and then Disney California Adventure Park. So we'll start with Disneyland. Here are the attractions that they have said will be open on April 30th. They put the little blurb at the bottom that cautions this is subject to change, but this is the expectation. The Alice in Wonderland, Astro Orbiter, Autopia, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Casey Jr. Circus Train, Disneyland Railroad, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, Gadgets Go Coaster, Haunted Mansion. Yeah, Haunted Mansion is done and refurbished. Indiana Jones Adventure, It's a Small World, the King Arthur Carousel, the Mad Tea Party, the Main Street vehicles will be in operation. That's super exciting. Mark Twain Riverboat, the Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Peter Pan's Flight will be open. Probably will still have a 2-hour wait, right? Pinocchio's Daring Journey, Pirates of the Caribbean will be open. I was worried about that one. I'm glad to see that it's going to be open. Roger Rabbit will be open. Snow White, Enchanted Wish will be open. The new refurbished, updated version. Space Mountain and Splash Mountain will both be open. Star Tours will be open. Rise of the Resistance will be open. I'm super excited about that. They will have character sightings throughout the park. Tarzan's Treehouse will be open. The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh and Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room will be open. So we'll go over what is not listed on this list in just a minute. And when I say not listed on this list, I mean like the rides that are not confirmed to be reopening. So they will most likely be closed. Let's move on to what will be open for your eating pleasure. Every dining establishment. Bengal Barbecue, you can get your skewers. Cafe Orleans, you can get some pommes frites. You can get your Monte Cristo, your mint julep. And they've got a lot of other great options there. It's one of my favorite restaurants in all of Disneyland Park. You'll be able to get churros. You'll be able to eat at the French Market, which has an excellent French dip sandwich. I hope that's on the menu. Galactic Grill in Tomorrowland will be open. Gibson Girl on Main Street. They said there will be ice cream carts open. Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe will be open. The Little Red Wagon will be open, so you can get your Disneyland corn dog from the Red Wagon starting on April 30th. And the Market House will be open for your Starbucks. The Milk Stand in Galaxy's Edge. The Mint Julep Bar will be open in New Orleans Square. Plaza Inn. Who else has been counting down the days till they can get their fried chicken again? Popcorn will be available throughout the parks. Red Rose Tavern, River Belle Terrace, Ronto Roasters, Ship to Shore Marketplace, Stage Door Cafe, and then the Tropical Hideaway. You'll be able to get all your Dole Whip needs satisfied there. Here is a list of all the retail shops open. I'm not going to read through this whole list for you, but you can see some of the different locations that will be open here. I'm excited that they're going to leave open Doc Ondars in Galaxy's Edge. It's one of my favorite stores to look through. The Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique will be open, but only in a limited capacity. We'll talk about that in a minute. Candy Palace, Candy Kitchen. Can't wait to dine in there to get some treats and to see the candy makers in action. All the way down through the Star Trader and Toydarian Toy Maker. So a lot of stores will be open, I'm sure, with new procedures like we saw in Buena Vista Street of where you enter and where you exit. It might be that you enter in the Emporium and then exit through a different store further down the chain. I'm not 100% sure about that. So here are the rides, the attractions not reopening on the 30th. And when we say they're not reopening, that's not definitive. It just means that they were not on the list of attractions that were listed as being open. So we're assuming that they're not reopening for different reasons. So Buzz Lightyear, Astro Blasters is not reopening. Chippendale's Treehouse in Toontown over by the Gadgets Go Coaster will not be reopening. Davy Crockett's Explore Canoes will not be reopening. The monorail is not going to be open. Hopefully the monorail will still run. I know even if it's not housing people, it's great to see the monorail throughout the park. But we don't know. I guess we'll find out, right? Donald's Boat in Toontown will be closed. The Finding Nemo subs will be closed. Not shocked about that. The Frontier Shooting Exposition won't be open. Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, Goofy's Playhouse. The Jungle Cruise will be closed, but that is for renovation purposes. We're assuming, right? Because it's not on the list and they just announced they're redoing the ride theme and story. So that's probably what that's about. Main Street Cinema won't be open. The Matterhorn will be closed. It was not listed as being open. And if you remember from the TikTok videos and the pictures shared by Disney of cast members getting back to work, you could see that the Matterhorn had construction walls up around it. So that tells us that they're doing some renovations on it. Pirates Lair on Tom Sawyer's Island will be closed. The Columbia will be closed. You will not be able to do the Sleeping Beauty Castle walkthrough. Star Wars Launch Bay will be closed, and the Storybook Land canal boats will not be open. Every dining establishment not reopening. This list is a little long, so bear with me as we go through it. You won't be able to eat at Pizza Planet in Tomorrowland. The Alien Pizza Planet will not be open. Blue Bayou, which they just announced last week, will be serving alcoholic beverages when they reopen. They are not open yet. In fact, we've heard behind the scenes that they're aiming for a summer opening for that. Hopefully, when they say summer, the person who told us the information didn't have specifics, but hopefully it's early summer, right? Carnation Cafe will not be reopening, which is a bummer. Main Street staple with outdoor seating. So hopefully that's just a short-term closure and that it will be reopening quickly after the parks reopened. Clarabelle's will not be opening in Toontown. Daisy's Diner. So a lot of the Toontown restaurants won't be open. In fact, I don't think any of them are as I'm looking at the list. And Galaxy's Edge, Docking Bay 7, Food and Cargo will not be open. You'll have to go over to Ronto Roasters to get your food. Edelweiss Snacks across from the Matterhorn will be closed. That might be because it's so close to the Matterhorn. Not entirely sure there. They did not list the fruit carts as being open, but I'm not 100% convinced that they're not reopening. It might have been an oversight. I guess time will tell, right? The Golden Horseshoe will be closed, so no indoor. That's a really big indoor space with the dueling piano show. So that won't be reopening. The Harbor Galley across from the Haunted Mansion will not be opening. Hungry Bear will not be reopening. Katsaka's Kettle and Galaxy's Edge. They did not list lemonade carts as reopening. But the same with the fruit carts. That might have just been an oversight. Maurice's Treats is not listed as reopening. One of the big ones for me. No Oga's Cantina. Oga's Cantina will not be reopening on the 30th. Which, if I'm being honest, that is a bummer. I was looking forward to getting back into Oga's, and it's been open in Walt Disney World, so we know they can do it with the limited capacity and the new health restrictions. So we'll see if that opens shortly, later in this whole reopening process. Pluto's in Toontown is not reopening. They did not list the pretzel carts in their list of what's opening, but again, just like with the fruit carts and the lemonade carts, I think that might have just been an oversight because they are serving pretzels in A Touch of Disney right now, and they started serving pretzels when Buena Vista Street was open as a free extension of Downtown Disney. So you might be able to get a pretzel. I'm assuming that's an oversight. Rancho del Zocalo will not be open. Refreshment Corner, Coke Corner will not be reopening on the 30th. The Royal Street Veranda was not listed as opening. The Tiki Juice Bar. So I think they're just wanting us all to get our Dole Whip from over at Tropical Hideaway for the time being. Tropical Imports will not be opening, and Troubadour Tavern and Fantasyland will not be reopening. And they didn't list the Turkey Lake carts. The Turkey Lake carts, along with the lemonade and pretzel carts, I think that might have just been an oversight on them listing, or maybe they don't view it as important enough to have to announce that it'll be open, but those were not listed either. So here are the stores. There's only a handful of stores that won't be reopening. I know the list looks long, but a lot of these stores are small. And with the Bippity Boppity Boutique, it's just the makeover part that won't be available when the parks reopen on the 30th. The Mad Hatter, that they did not list the Main Street version as reopening when the parks reopen. So we'll see with that. Now over to California Adventure. So in Disney California Adventure Park, here is a list of every ride and attraction and entertainment experience that is scheduled to open on the 30th, subject to change, of course. You'll be able to play your games over on Pixar Pier. You'll be able to ride Goofy's Sky School. We saw that test running the other day when we were at A Touch Disney. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout will be open. The Incredicoaster will be open. We've seen that testing a lot over the last few weeks. Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind will reopen. Jesse's Critter Carousel will reopen. Jumpin' Jellyfish, Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters, Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. The PhilharMagic Show will be open, I guess because it's less than 15 minutes, right? Monsters will be open. You'll be able to ride the Fun Wheel. Pixar Pal Around it's been renamed. I still call it the Fun Wheel. Anyone else with me? Radiator Springs Racers, Silly Symphony Swings, Soaring Around the World. And again, they'll have those surprise character sightings throughout the day around the park. The Little Mermaid will be open. It's currently looks like they're redoing the paint on the exterior of the ride. Toy Story Midway Mania will reopen, and Turtle Talk with Crush will be reopened. Here is a list of all of the places you'll be able to eat, drink in California Adventure. Adorable Snowman, Angry Dogs, Award Wieners, Carthay Circle. You'll be able to get a churro, Cocina Cucamonga, Cozy Cone Motels 1 through 3. The cones 1 through 3 will be open. You'll be able to get a drink at the Cappuccino Cart, not chart. Fiddler Pfeiffer and Practical Cafe will be open. Flo's V8 Cafe. Super excited about that one. Ghirardelli Soda Fountain and Chocolate Shop will be open. Hollywood Lounge will be open, so you can get some adult beverages over there. They will have the ice cream carts around the park. They have Lamplight Lounge open, the Pacific Wharf Distribution Company, Popcorn, Poultry Palace, Rita's Baja Blender, Senor Buzz Churros, Smoke Jumpers Grill, Sonoma Terrace, and Studio Catering Company. And this long list of retail stores is just about every store in the entire park is listed as being an option for the park reopening. There's only a few that aren't listed. They didn't list Julius Katz and Sons, but I think that might have been an oversight since it's been open this entire time from Buena Vista Street when that was a free extension of Downtown Disney. And then during A Touch of Disney, it's been open. Every ride and attraction that will not be opening includes the Animation Academy, Sorcerer's Workshop, the Bread Tour. Golden Zephyr will not be opening. The Grizzly River Run won't be opening. The trolley won't be operational. Big bummer for me on this list is actually the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, since it's an outdoor play area. Especially, we are a family with little kids. Our kids range from 2 to 7 years old, and so they love the Redwood Creek area. So it's kind of a bummer that experience will not be open. There's several places not opening for dining, as you see here. There's a few bummers on this list for me. I'm not going to read the whole list, but there are a few that stuck out to me. At the top, Bayside Brews, because it's been open during A Touch of Disney. So I don't know if that was an oversight or if they're just planning to make you get your drinks in Hollywoodland. Clarabelle's on Buena Vista Street will still be closed. You won't be able to get your hand-scooped ice cream from there. Jack Cookie Num Nums will not be available. Lucky Fortune Cookery will not be reopened. Schmoozies will not be reopened when the park reopens. So there's a couple bummers in there, but overall, a lot of what you'd expect in terms of what will be open and what won't be open. And so Oswald's Gas and Sargent's Surplus were not listed as reopening either. So we hope that this run through was informative and helpful for you to know before you go. If you like this video, please like this video, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. And remember, you can also follow us on Instagram at Food at Disneyland, Twitter, Food at Disney, TikTok, Food at Disneyland, and on Facebook at food at Disneyland also. Thank you for following along. Have a great day.